There are many ways to blow on social media. One of the most popular ones these days is to become a social media judge. So you call people out, you fight for freedom, for justice, for the public. I think it started with Kurt Siguma calling real estate companies out. There was this popular soundtrack back then. No, it started with VDM calling out a skincare brand, yes. And it was something popular back then, even though these days VDM doesn't do that anymore. I don't know what but yeah. There's another guy that calls out Forex mentors. Another guy, Caleb, brilliant guy, by the way. Now there's another one again trending. You see, most of these guys, they do these things and then they have this allegedly thing they add. Lawyers have come out to say, my lawyer has told me that thing doesn't work. Adding allegedly does not mean you're not slandering somebody or not committing libel or libel. I don't know how to pronounce it. So if you're somebody watching this video and you think that's a good content creation route to go, I would advise you don't. Because all it takes is for one person to make the mistake of saying something that is not true. And then they will hold you, and then the Cybercrime Act will be used, and it will turn out messy. I'm not saying if people do bad, we shouldn't call them out, but I think journalists know how to do this thing well because they reach out to the party accused, get their feedback, get their own side of the story before coming to the social media court of justice. You see, there are two main ways to become relevant on social media long term. If you're planning on becoming a content creator, these two ways have people staying relevant for very long. One of them is being an entertainer. We have people like Lasisi, Chris Clown, Sydney, Maraji. They make people laugh. There are people that have a lot of followers. When you entertain people, you make them laugh, you tend to get a lot of followers because your content appeals to a lot of people. But then again, these people can only monetize mainly through brand deals because people follow them for the happiness they create and transmit, not necessarily for their thoughts, Then there are people called educators, people that teach, people that expose certain things. Aproko Doctor is one very good example. Very brilliant guy, very, well-read, sophisticated. He's also entertaining. So these other people don't get so much following most times because they tend to be niche. But then some people have the way of being educational and being entertaining. So they tend to reach a wider audience. Because Aproko Doctor and some others like him. So these people tend to follow them for their ideas. They monetize mainly through digital products, mostly brand deals too. But then these two categories tend to stay for long. So ask yourself, am I an entertainer? Am I an educator? What kind of thing appeals to me? What kind of value do I create on social media? Don't be a freedom fighter on social media. It doesn't always end well. And once the whole razzmatazz of that moment passes, you would become irrelevant. People will just ignore you. That probably explains why, let me not say it because it could drag me. Anyway, if you want to hear me talk about more content creation stuff like this, let me know in the comment section. This is actually my field. I sabi am well, but I don't talk about it because,